More revenue doesn't mean more profit. Understand your numbers. Watch this video and I'll explain more. If you haven't yet, click the bell and subscribe to be notified every time we produce our best pieces of content. When you are scaling a business and it's going up and you're getting more turnover, that does not default that you are going to make the same amount of profit. What you really need to do is understand your numbers and what actually drives profit. And turnover is one key of that, but it's not all of it. So watch my video and I'll explain exactly what you need to consider when you are looking on scaling your business, but also scaling your business profitably. In MDH, we work with lots of recruitment companies. Now, recruitment companies are a little bit different where their initial margins are low when you compare them to other businesses. So a recruitment company can earn 10, 20, 30% gross profit, and that could be quite normal. But if you compare this to someone in professional services or construction, you'd actually think these margins are a little bit naff. But that's the industry that recruitment's in. So we had a business that was around 5 years old and it amassed a £5 million turnover. Now that's quite good. That's really good by any stretch of the imagination. To get £5 million worth of business is going to take some great sales, some great guts, some great contacts, and to execute that, there's a lot of success in that. But if you said that the average recruitment company's margin is 20%, £5 million is £1 million worth of gross profit. Now that's a tidy number, as long as you can manage to service that really well for under £1 million, which would then lead to some profit. If you could then basically have left over 250 profit, you'd be doing really, really well. Because a small business owner earning 20 grand a month is a success by any shape of the means. But this business, where they actually looked at growing, had actually done it at the expense of cutting their prices and their costs. Now, the direct impact that had for this business meant that their gross margin had been eradicated. So instead of 20% on the 5 million, they was actually earning just under 10. It was high nines. Now, there are some recruitment businesses that survive like this in certain industries, and the way that they build profitability is scale it up even higher. But this business was earning a gross profit of just under £500,000 a year. Now, that's still loads of money, but when you're actually looking at the overhead that she needed to be able to achieve that goal, it just wasn't sustainable. Of all that hard work that was being put in, all the fight, the push, and the gusto to be able to do it, she was actually losing money. So all of them hours that were being worked, all of them sales calls that had been undertaken, and all of that push to make sure that they got the work over the finishing line was actually creating a loss. So all of the effort, all of the stress, all of the time was being rewarded by her getting nothing. In fact, it wasn't just nothing, it was actually accumulating more debts. So when you're scaling a business, just remember, and every industry is slightly different, is when you're scaling it, make sure you're looking at profitability. It's massively important. Now, a lot of small business owners, and this recruitment company was no different, they understand bits of their accounts, but some of the education is a little bit patchy. And don't ever be embarrassed about this, because if you just don't know, you just need to find out. So when you're scaling a business really quickly, you need to make a load of key decisions. You need to make sure that you're not carrying people. You need to make sure people are being effective within your team. You need to make sure that your suppliers or any outsourcers that you're using are providing the most amount of value to you. And also, if you are scaling a business and you don't have that knowledge and expertise, you need to call in the right people that will be able to help you through that, because that will get you there a hell of a lot quicker. And it also may stop you achieving losses. There's a lot of business owners at the minute with the right budgets and the right accountant stroke business coach around them, you'll be able to see exactly what profit you're earning out of your company. And if you don't understand what you're physically earning, they could be there to teach you, they could be there to advise you, they could be there to coach you, which will help you make better decisions. So when it comes to understanding your accounts, you don't need to understand double entry bookkeeping. That would be madness. But what you need to understand is what a basic P&L, balance sheet and cash flow forecast is, as well as a budget, and how that impacts on your business when you actually get the final results, because then you'll be able to make the best decisions, which will allow you hopefully to turn what was a loss into the best profit possible. As you're scaling a business and a business owner, let's be honest, you are putting out fires. So over time, if you're scaling stuff quite quickly, things will go wrong and you just need to deal with it and you need to put that fire out. But the more regular reviews that you have with your business to see where it's going, the better chance that you have of success. So how often are you reviewing your management accounts? Now, it's all very well and good to look at the sales to say, yeah, 5 million is about to turn into 6 million. But if that margin of 9% is then turning into 5%, you are being a busy fool. So what's the point of all that hard work, effort, enthusiasm, everything that you are putting into your business for it to turn into nothing? So make sure when you've got all your plans and you've got everything going, that you are regularly reviewing the operations of your business and also the financials that is allowing you to be the most effective and also the most profitable that you can be within your journey. You may have someone internally that is doing your accounting. It may be a bookkeeper, it may be a financial controller, it may be a financial director. If you've already got this resource in your business, milk them for the experience that they have that will help you make better decisions. And if you don't have that experience or you need just that little bit more, you can also come and ask an accountant / business coach like us. We help lots of clients on a regular basis review their current up-to-date data, how that links in with their business goals, with what they set at the beginning of the year to how well they're getting on right here, right now. And yes, that can sometimes involve firefighting. That can sometimes involve problems that you've got within your business where you need that support. But ultimately, is that going to lead into the finances that is allowing your business to grow successfully, creating profits, getting a really good income for yourself, and building long-term wealth? If we can help you, click on our Calendly link below. I'll be happy to have a further chat. I promise there'll be no pushy sales pitch, and we'll see whether we can really help you within your business. Because even if you are making a loss, there is the potential that you may be able to make a profit. Or if your business is doing okay, how could you get it to a point of where it's looking amazing going forward in the future? And that little bit of help can have a fundamental impact on your long-term wealth within your business.